Today we're going to talk about proper peep sight adjustment. When you install your sight on your bow, the bracket is reversible. It can go in this fashion here, or if you get somebody to mistakenly put your sight bracket on, then it can go upside down, and that's going to cause you all types of sighting issues. In this particular bow, the string always comes set with a proposed peep sight area, so we're going to check that out. But when you sighten your bow in, you always want to make sure that your aperture is toward the center of the bracket. You don't want it exposed to one end, and you don't want it exposed to the other end too low. And the proper peep alignment will get your sight centered in those areas. Now, if your sight, once you start adjusting and shooting your bow, if your sight bracket comes to the very top and you have no more adjustment in the elevation, upward elevation, then you either have a knock issue or you have a peep issue. Your peep is not properly aligned. So in order for this to be right, this bracket should be more into the center of the bracket. This is a improperly installed sight. The bar is on the top, the offset is on the bottom. So when you install your sight in this manner, then that's going to make your aperture drop to the bottom part of the sight. So we still have peep sight issues. Most sights come with a offset like this in them, and the offset should be to the top. So take a look at your sight, make sure that the offset is on the top, and then that way that's going to enable you to get your sight bracket more in center position. Now we're going to go through proper peep alignment. All right, he has a kisser button installed here, and the kisser button is already preset. We know that that's preset, and that's where that needs to be. We got him to draw the bow back and where his knock point is, and then we measure that, so we're for sure that this is where this needs to be. So in order for you to check your peep sight, you want to get comfortable, put your release on your bow, close your eyes, draw your bow back, and come to your natural knock point. And in this case, he's going to put that kisser in his mouth. Your eyes closed. Now, when he gets ready, he's going to open up his eyes, and the first thing he's going to see is that peep sight. And you noticed he had to bring his head down, so the peep sight is too low. When you close your eyes, you're in your natural spot. When you open up your eye, that peep should come right in line. So if you have to elevate your head or you have to drop your head to see through your peep sight, it's in the wrong position, and then that's going to cause your sight bracket to be in the wrong position. This bow is already properly set up. The peep is in the right position. As you can see that the kisser is fairly close to the same position it was in the other bow. But he's going to go through the same procedure. He's going to knock onto his loop, close his eyes, get his comfortable shooting position, everything in tune, and then when he opens up his eye, boom, you see he didn't have to move his head. Everything comes straight in line. You're ready for the shot. And if you look, his sight bracket is pretty much in the center of the sight, and that's where you want the sight bracket to be. The pins allow you to fine tune up and down if you need to make minor adjustments, but if you have to drop your sight all the way to the bottom or all the way to the top, check your peep sight, and then you may want to check your knock position. To change your peep position is just a minor adjustment. You can slide them up and down slightly. Sometimes on the two-way peeps there is a piece of serving that's tied around it, has that locked in place. You can always cut that. Be real careful when you do. Stay away from the strings. Cut it with a semi-dull knife. You don't want to go real sharp. You don't want to injure yourself. You can slide that peep up and down a little bit, and then when you have it in position, then you can use dental floss to tie it back in place, but make sure that you melt the end so it won't unravel on you. Keep those little tips in mind, and we'll have you pumping blood. I'm Dave Leining. That's your archery tip for the week.